just gonna walk on by, give him a handshake and a nod and a little whistle. We'll be out of here.
Right, hold on a second. He hits the intercom. Hank, Frank, to my office. We got two people that want to visit the J Ward. Takes hand off the intercom. You see, opening the door to Dr. Berger's office, two enormous men. Huge. I mean, we're talking 6'4", built probably close to 350, maybe 325 pounds. Bigger than any professional football player at that time, for sure. And they just seem a little, I don't know, they're muscled, which is really intimidating, but like disfigured kind of muscle, like Quasimodo style muscle. Some areas are a little too big on their back, some areas are a little too small on their chest, one bicep's bigger than the other, one eye over here, eyebrow is just huge, and the other guy, the other eyebrow is huge. And you see there are two orderlies wearing shirts obviously do not fit them. They're bursting at the buttons, and one name tag says Hank, the other name tag says Frank.
Good.
They walk in the room.
I stand up to greet them, and I go to try and shake their hands. Ah, yes. I'm the person you spoke of.
Hank reaches out to you with his three-fingered hand. The fingers are not quite evenly proportioned, and he shakes it and he squeezes it. Make a Constitution check.
Can do.
Oh no, make it a size check. Sorry, size is what I meant.
Size. Okay, that's not as big. I got an 81 out of 45.
Okay. He squeezes your hand. You feel a pop in it. Right down, your hand is injured. Your dominant hand is injured. Dr.
Sir?
Says, Hank, Frank, take him to the J Ward. Keep an eye on him. Something happens, well, they said they wanted a visit. And you see Hank and Frank. And they just turn around. One walks out. Hank walks out. Frank stands behind both of you.
I kind of nod to him, but I don't shake because I'm just rubbing my hand. And then I kind of follow.
You follow them? Or you follow Hank?
Yeah.
You follow Hank? How about you, Murphy?
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll go wherever Goody's going.
Frank stands right behind you, and they lead you down a hallway. Again, just like everything, cold, clean, yet lifeless. You smell the antiseptic, and it's barely covering the smell of any of the feces. You stand at the hallway, and the door to the hallway is locked with chains and a regular padlock. You see Hank takes out his keys, fiddles with it, unlocks the lock, takes the chain off, opens the door, closes it, locks it again. You hear the intercom. It's Nurse Betty. It is shared common room time. Please report to the common room in an orderly fashion. Again, it is shared common room time. Please report in an orderly fashion or have your privileges revoked. Then you hear a loud bang. All the doors unlock. The two orderlies walk by and open every single door. And just people in white. Some walk, some run, some crawl, some run on all fours. Everyone seems to scamper and head to the room that's straight ahead of you. There is one person, however, in a mask and a straitjacket, who an orderly walks in with a dolly, picks them up, and walks them out to the room again, out in front of you. Frank goes, pushes you a little bit.
I turn to Murphy, and then I keep walking.
Hank leads the way. So you walk into the shared common room. In the shared common room, you hear, you put your left foot in, put your left foot out, put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. In the corner, there is a nice record player, right, a gramophone, playing the Hokey Pokey. And you see a few of them, the people that just runners scampered out in the corner doing the Hokey Pokey. And as you enter there, it's just... the smell of disinfectant is now covered by the smell of just BO. BO and just slime. Stains cover the ground. Again, brownish orange. There are tears and chairs, but the tables and chairs, but they're bolted to the ground. All the windows that are in this room are barred. The ceiling, for some reason, is fenced with barbed wire to prevent people from crawling and trying to climb and reach the lights. There's a checkered game table out to the side. Across this room is another hallway. Hank and Frank walk there. Do you follow them?
Yeah, because I don't want to be...
Yeah.
I need to see my uncle, and I don't want to be in this room very long.
Mm-hmm. You approach the door. It's a door, and you see just in big black paint it says J Ward. Hank takes out his keys, and he fiddles it with a bit and tries every key. None of them seem to work. Hank turns to you. Wait here.
Okay, sir.
Hank and Frank walk through the hallway you just came in, locking the door behind them.
I'm gonna lean my back against the door that we're supposed to be getting through and just kind of look it back, man. Just wait here, we'll be fine.
Just gonna kind of fiddle my thumbs and just look around and just stay alert.
Oh, you look around, huh? Make a spot hidden check for me.
Mm-hmm. 82. Nope.
You failed. Well, I'll tell you a few things that you do see regardless. In the corner, you see a man who's just standing there running laps. Just in a small circle. Running around in a circle. Then you see two people sitting at a game table, conversing over a game. It looks like they're moving pieces. And it looks like the game makes sense, but there are no pieces. Ooh, I won't tell you about that guy. Didn't roll high enough. How about you, Murphy? You looking around?
I'll casually look around, yeah.
Make a spot hidden check.
It's 26. I got a 60 out of 65. Pass.
You see a man all the way across from you. He obviously very much has his finger in his butt. And is walking around with his finger in his butt. Takes it out, checks it, smells it, tastes it, nods in approval, reinserts it. You hear, go ahead and both of you make a listen check for me.
Oh. It's not gonna do it. It's a 70.
75, which also doesn't do it. I only got a 20 in that.
Yeah, me too. I didn't take anything else.
Better at reading than listening.
Great. What you both do here is coming from the dollied man looking at the window. You're not supposed to be here. Come here. Come here. I know you're not crazy.
I turned to Murphy. What do you think? What do you think? I trust you on this one.
I'm gonna roll a psychology check on this guy.
Go ahead.
Well, he has a mask and he's strapped to a dolly.
What kind of mask?
Like a Hannibal mask?
Oh, Hannibal Lecter style, like the mask crosses us with the bars.
That's a 23, though. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
What do I?
Psychology check. What are you trying to discern?
I'm trying to discern if this guy, if he seems like he's out of his mind or someone who is in his right mind but trapped here.
Yeah, is he trying to trick us, or is he just trying to?
Or is he just is he just rambling, or is he kind of like? Does he seem pretty all there? Is what I would try to be grasping from this.
Okay, good. That what you're trying to gather from here. He's definitely not rambling, and these words are definitely directed at the two of you.
I'll go over there if you go over there, Murphy.
Yeah, I'll saunter over.
I nervously follow.
Are you supposed to be here?
Oh, you're talking with me. Excellent. You can see beneath the mask, he has two bright yellow eyes. Come closer. It's hard to hear in this mask.
Is there something covering his ears in that mask?
You can see the straps are coming up and they're just like maybe half over his ears.
Excuse.
Crack my knuckles, but moving a little closer.
I can tell you're not crazy. I'm not crazy either. You're here for him, aren't you? The other one. My old pal, Larry.
After hearing Larry's name, I excitedly turn to Murphy and I lean in about as close as Murphy is, not getting any closer though. How do you know Larry?
He goes, "Oh, you smell like him. Must be related.
I'm basically... What?
Son, lover,
Nephew.
You two, come closer. It's hard to hear here."
Oh no, this is as far as I go.
What did you say?
I said this is as far as I go.
I'm sorry, it's hard to hear here. Why don't you come closer?
I'm just gonna turn to Murphy and just see if he does it, because I'm not doing it.
He heard me last time, so say. He says he's his nephew, and wants to know how you know him.
Oh, Larry, I watched Larry while he was in here with us.
Was he... I'm kind of using Murphy as a translator.
He says he watched him.
Oh, was he okay?
Is he okay?
More than okay. Larry wasn't. Watching him move, I knew those muscles were just prime, like flank steak, meat, such fresh meat. I'm hungry. Oh, she will be pleased. Oh, she will be so pleased that you're here. I'm pleased. I can't wait.
Who will be pleased?
He just laughs. I'm sorry. It's hard to hear here. Why don't you come closer?
I'm just gonna kind of turn around and start to go back towards the door. Fix my collar, because that's my nervous reaction.
Hey, if we manage to get Larry out of here, maybe we'll try to get you out too. You seem like a legit dude.
No.
Walk back to the door.
Oh, don't leave now. Yes, fresh meat, fresh, and you see his entire hand truck just falls forward, and he falls flat on his chest and face and begins to roll around. Unfortunate you didn't get closer, really.
Would have given you a kiss.
Is anyone trying to help him? Like, is he stuck on the ground in this dolly?
What's the equivalent of like a perception check? I'm gonna ask you. This may not be what it's gonna apply to. I'm gonna ask you to make a survival check.
That's not. Oh.
Hey.
No, actually, that was 27, but it's out of 10. I don't have anything survival.
Sure, you failed, but you got close enough. What you did notice is that people in here, they fight for survival every day, and there's no one in about a 20-foot radius of him. Not a soul, and this room is very crowded.
I'm just waiting at the door for you because I've washed my hands of this moment.
Sure, Murphy, you doing anything else today?
I'm going to go to the end by the wheels. I'm gonna flip him so he's face up and say, "See you on the way out, man." I'm gonna walk to join Goody.
You see him. She will be pleased.
I didn't like that one bit. I don't know how he knew my uncle.
They were like buds, I think. I think he said, yeah, they were friends or something. Something about his flank steak, I think they shared.
Yeah, I think he was I think that man was a cannibal, Murph. I think that's why he has a mask on and he's strapped to a chair. Or Dolly.
Seem friendly.
Murph.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I rolled a psychology check and I looked him up and down. He seemed legit.
He wasn't rambling.
Seemed to be pretty sane, man.
I wonder who she is, too. Can't mean
So
Becky.
you wait.
Betty. How long has it been since these Frank and Hank left?
Oh, roughly 5 minutes. But 5 minutes in this room is a very long 5 minutes. You see one of the inmates walk up to you and hold out his hand.
Was it the poop inmate? Because that's going to be a hard pass.
It was, since you passed your spot hidden check.
Just turn to Murphy.
Nah. No, it's going to be a no.
Sorry.
I don't want. I just want it. Don't want. Just reinserts. I like to share. Do you want some?
Oh no, you've. I turned to Murphy and then I turned back to him. You've already given us some. We're full up. We're good.
Hold it back. Are you sure? Because the trick is you get in there and you gotta kind of hook a little bit to kind of scrape the sign. It's kind of a little bit of everything.
No, it's okay. We've had so much. It's good. It's good. No.
We had broccoli 3 days ago.
Hard pass, sir. It's you've done us so much. We've had so much. We are good.
I appreciate that you appreciate my generosity. I feel appreciated.
Good.
He reinserts and walks off. And at that time, Hank and Frank walk back in.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. You can see as the doors open and Hank and Frank walk in, everyone runs. Everyone runs to the side. They run to the wall. They cower in fear. They hold their heads. And Hank and Frank just walk in. They notice. One man trips as he's trying to run and stumbles right into the path of Frank. Frank stops and looks down at them. Frank, oh Frank, I'm sorry. And you just hear him, "Who?" Slam! His foot just hits him right in the gut. The man immediately vomits as he goes across the floor, but he goes across the floor spinning, probably about 10 feet.
Oh. I turn to Murphy, just acknowledging that this is how they treat their patients here.
It's not great, man.
No.
FCC's getting a letter. They unlock the door and they open up the doors to the J ward. Somehow the J ward is darker and colder. You hear the screams and thrashing against metal doors. Pound, pound, screams. People manically laughing. Each door is completely solid metal, except for a small section about head height that is completely just barred with small, thick bars. Both of you, for me, make a power check.
Power check.
Yeah, still.
37, got it.
61, got it.
You both feel the air is thick with the sense of bloodlust. Just intent for murder. And you smell the iron of blood, and you feel again, eyes are on you in this room more than ever before.
It smells like the ring in here, man. Feels good.
I'm just gonna... We have not had similar life experiences, Murphy.
No, but like when you're in the ring, find someone else, the blood, the lust, it smells like home.
I kind of like... I'm nervous, but if Murphy is comfortable here and he's the stronger one out of both of us, then while I might... It's kind of like when there's turbulence on a plane, you look around to see if anybody else is freaking out, and if nobody is, you're just like, oh, this must be normal because these people are usual here. It's kind of that situation. I turn to Murph, and if Murphy's reacting like that, I was nervous, but I'm less nervous now, because if he's okay with it, then this must be alright.
That's good. Hank and Frank walk ahead of both of you as they've locked the door behind you, and they start to work on another set of doors. Again, in this room, there's 6 rooms, and there are 3 on each side of this hall. It's a short hallway to the J room waiting area, and they begin to work on unlocking those doors. What do you two do?
I'm just gonna kind of wait next to the door as he's unlocking it, because I feel like straying too far from them is dangerous in this hallway. Especially considering the last hallway was considered not dangerous, and it was still pretty dangerous.
Great, so you don't do anything else? You just walk straight there and...
I guess while I'm standing there, I'm gonna alertly kind of look around just to kind of make sure nothing's gonna come at me too fast. But yeah, I guess just kind of scan what I can see.
Sure, make a spot hidden check.
Spot hidden. 41 out of 50, I got it.
Okay, so let's say you're on your way there, and I'll give you the first 4 rooms. As you walk by, you're scanning to make sure there's no one there, and at each of the 4 rooms, you can kind of look inside of each one of them, just a touch. As you look inside, you see people there, and they're horribly disfigured. We're talking, the first room has a man, and his eye is not just missing, his right eye, but it's weeping. It's a mixture of blood and it's something yellow. It's not covered. His mouth is torn open across here, and he's just sitting there, and he's playing with the flap over here. Open and close. It goes from here all the way to his chin.
Do you mind if I roll a sanity check if I voluntarily roll sanity for that?
Yeah, if you'd like to, go ahead.
Yeah.
I haven't even described the other 3 rooms you've seen.
No, I might have to do it for every single one of these rooms.
Go right ahead.
I'm a very learned person, and that's horrifying. As a real-life person, I think I would also lose a bit for that. Yeah, 86, so I did not make it. Can I just, I guess, roll a d4 and see what happens?
Just take 1 for now.
Just take 1? Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Because you passed your spot hidden check to make it this far, so I'll just let you take 1.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you see a second room. Again, you've seen the first room on your left, the second room, first room on your right. You see someone in there, again, horribly disfigured. Their head, where our heads are rounded, you can see it's kind of just caved in and then comes back up, almost like a slight horseshoe shape with like a rigid crown to it. And you can see they're pouring water into it. And it makes like a little bird bath. You can see they're playing with the water.
So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll sanity for that as well, but then I'm going to refuse to look into any of the other doors because I've seen enough, good sir.
Sure.
I got an 18 that time, so I actually passed. It wasn't nearly as horrific as a guy, like, playing with his fucking skin flap. It's still really goddamn weird. I'm just really nervous for my uncle. If he's stuck in this ward with people like this, I just don't want to know what they did to him. Because I'm starting to think that, like, the abuse here made these people this way instead of them coming here on their own. So, but yeah, no, I get chills. And I just fix my tie, and I just look straight to try and avoid the gaze of any of the other doors because I have had enough.
Sure. How about you, Murph?
Nope. I'm just watching them unlock both. Just go ahead.
You sure? You're not doing anything else?
Oh, yeah, nope. Just wait.
So you're standing at the door?
I'm standing watching them. They're unlocking doors, right? Trying to get us to Lawrence. Is that what we're assuming?
So Hank is on the left. Frank is on the right. This hallway is really only meant for 2 people to walk shoulder to shoulder. Where are you 2 standing?
Just directly behind them, I guess.
Yeah, behind them.
Great. Who's on the left and who's on the right?
I'll be on the right.
I'm in the left one.
Great. Murphy, you hear from the door next to you, because it's right next to the other door. Hey, over here. Do you look?
Yeah.
Great. Roll a dodge.
Fantastic.
Nope. 67. That doesn't do it.
Excellent. A bunch of feces hits you directly in the face.
Hey, over here.
Stop dripping wet, like a big handful of mud. Not solid.
I
And
turned
he
to
laughs. Write down, you've been hit in the face.
I turned to Murphy and I go, Murph, you got shit on your face.
Yeah, man, I can see that. I'm gonna rip off one of my sleeves.
Oh,
Just
yeah, as
wipe
you're
it
doing that, I was pulling out a napkin for you, but you do that and I put it right back in.
Just rip off my left sleeve and
What's your arm look like? Just grab it from the listeners at home.
it's a little hairy, well muscled, probably a small scar on it, and wears one ring on his middle finger.
Okay. Very good. You roll in and you're taken to a waiting area. In this waiting area, there are no walls. I mean, there are all walls, sorry, no windows. And only 2 chairs.
It's like they were expecting us.
This time, Hank says, "Stay here. Don't move."
Okay, you got it, sir. And I sit down and I sit patiently.
And they walk out. They lock the door that you just walked through. And they open up another door and walk out. And they leave.
I sigh a breath of relief, because this room's empty, right? It's just a big empty room with no windows?
Big empty room and no windows.
Okay. Whew. Did you see what was going on in those rooms, Murph?
Poo, I think. As far as I can tell, it was a very visceral, shit-filled hallway.
There was a man whose face was so disfigured I'd never seen anything like it in my life. It's a wonder he's even still alive.
No, man.
Sorry to interrupt quickly. As you're talking to Murphy, go ahead and make a spot hidden check.
Oh, okay. 60, so just 60, which is a miss.
Okay. Keep going.
Oh, go, you go, Murphy.
Yeah, we met one pretty solid guy, a good friend, and then it's just been shit, literal shit ever since.
Murphy, I don't know. I hope we can find my uncle and get him out of here. Even if he is all right, I don't want him staying here any longer.
No, this place it's terrible. I mean, he checked himself in, right? Can't you just be like, time to go, checking out?
You would think, but according to his letter, which I no longer possess, he mentioned that they just won't let him leave. Usually if you voluntarily check yourself in, you're able to voluntarily also check yourself out. And if you voluntarily check yourself in, that usually implies that you're sane enough to not warrant being stuck in a ward like this. So, I need to find him. I need to know what's going on.
I hope these 2 gents will get out of the way. We'll get them. We'll figure it out from there.
Thank you, Murphy, for coming with me on this, by the way. I know you got shit on your face, but...
I'm gonna need a bath after this, for sure.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
No problem.
As your conversation closes, you see, again, the door opens. 2 hulking, huge men, Hank and Frank, walk shoulder to shoulder, and in between them, even though they're shoulder to shoulder, somehow in between them is good old Uncle Larry. And he is just dwarfed by their size. And he's an average-sized man, but he looks absolutely haggard. He wasn't that old before, probably early 50s, but he looked like he's close to 70. Just by the way he looks. But when he sees you, Sebastian, he locks eyes at you, and you could just see a smile goes across his face, and his smile seems unnatural, as if it's hard to smile.
Larry!
And they walk him over to the other chair, and they sit him down.